We define a secure border at our nation's ports of entry as a well-managed border, where mission risks are effectively identified and addressed, and legitimate trade and travel are expedited. Every day, we carry out our mission to protect the people and the economy of the United States by preventing dangerous people and goods from entering the country, while expediting legitimate trade and travel that is the lifeblood of our economy at 329 ports of entry. Traffic at our ports of entry differs by environment, which encompasses air, land, and sea, type, traveler or cargo, and mode of transportation, commercial or general aviation, personally owned vehicles, pedestrians, trucks, containerized, packaged, or bulk. In each of these environments and each activity presents a different set of challenges with respect to threats, volume, and timing of processing. Last year, CBP welcomed more than 350 million passengers and processed $2.3 trillion in total trade value. We are seeing volume increases in all environments and anticipate volume to continue as the economy recovers. One of the most substantial growths is in the air environment, where we've seen a volume increase of 12% since 2009. It is important to note that the vast majority of this traffic complies with all rules and regulations enforced by CBP. Our goal is to identify and interdict those few travelers and shipments that may present a risk, while facilitating the vast majority of legitimate traffic. We are working to find and stop the proverbial needles in the haystack while the haystack is moving. We continue to improve our ability to do this and to focus our finite resources on those people and goods that present the highest potential risk. In addition to refining our risk-based and layered approach to security, we have worked to extend our borders outward and to interdict threats before they reach the United States. DHS, in cooperation with our interagency and foreign partners, now screens people and goods earlier in the process, before boarding passengers or loading cargo onto planes or vessels destined to the United States. Since 2009, CBP has expanded its pre-departure screening efforts and now checks all air travelers against government databases on all flights arriving to and departing from the United States prior to boarding. CBP has also extended our nation's borders outwards in the cargo environment. All inbound cargo manifests are screened before they are laden onto vessels, with almost 85% of high-risk shipments examined or addressed before arrival at U.S. seaports. In addition to improving our ability to identify and mitigate potentially high-risk travel and trade, CBP remains focused on identifying ways to facilitate the growing volume of people and goods entering into the United States. We have seen a marked facilitation improvements through the development of a series of transformation initiatives that increase the speed of our processing, including the expansion of the Trusted Traveler and Trusted Trader programs, the elimination of paper forms, and the increased use of technology. We will continue to aggressively pursue these strategies, which both increase security and streamline the border process for people and goods. These types of programs and enhanced management tools have not only increased our ability to facilitate lawful travelers, but have also provided significant security benefits. For example, we have limited the number of acceptable travel documents and increased our ability to identify at our land ports, resulting in a decreased use of fraudulent documents and attempts by inadmissible persons to enter through our ports. As we refine our targeting and interdiction efforts along the southwest border, transnational criminal organizations have begun to use unique and non-traditional deep concealment smuggling methods, using smaller loads to thwart detection. Ever-improving interdiction efforts by CBP continue to force these organizations to attempt a myriad of more costly and often less successful smuggling techniques. In 2009 and 2010, we focused our agricultural protection efforts on increasing interception of our highest agricultural risk pests, Asian gypsy moths and capra beetles. These pests that, if left undetected, could result in millions of dollars in economic damage. In the year following this nationwide training, we saw record levels of interceptions and continue to maintain those levels of interceptions today. The state of border security continues to improve at our ports of entry. We have made tremendous progress and are well postured against terrorist threats, having pushed our security measures beyond our immediate borders. And we are pushing a robust strategy to optimize our current business practices. In short, we have maintained and increased our mission effectiveness while facing increasing demands for growing passenger and trade volume, and we continue to seek ways to improve.